morning everybody, and welcome to another Red Fox Outdoors video. Today we are going to continue on the review for the Pinnacle 180 hammock by ROG Outdoor Gear. If you haven't watched the previous video of the half moon, I'll put a little card right up here in the left corner for you. Go back and watch that one. It's part of this series that I'm doing for their hammocks. I don't have the Pinnacle 360 yet, but I don't know if I'm going to end up getting it or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do the Pinnacle 180 today, and I'll show you. That's the one I normally use when I camp, and it's one I've used for probably 7 or 8 years now. So anyway, let me go get that, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Alright, so what I have here is the ROG Outdoor Gear Pinnacle 180. It comes in a little tube, unlike the pocket that you saw on the other one. This one here is a tube type storage. Has open ends on both ends of it, and the straps go on either end. It comes with 2 8-foot straps, 2 carabiners, and the hammock. Now, what I did was with mine was, because the 8-foot straps wouldn't work for me, I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, got me some 12-foot straps, which you can go and buy. You can get them at like Academy Sports and Outdoors. You can get them at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can probably get them at just about any of the sporting goods stores. You can probably get them at like Cabela's or Bass Pro or places like that as well. So anyway, let me show you how this sets up, and we'll go ahead and set it up real quick. Now, another thing that I do with mine, because this doesn't come with an underquilt, I took and bought an underquilt for mine. Let me set this over here to the side. Alright, so this is the underquilt that I bought for mine. It's made by One Tigress. It is a downfilled 350 gram per square meter of it. It's made with 20D nylon, ripstop nylon, breathable polyester material. Fill weight is 350 grams, and it's rated down to -5 degrees Celsius. Suitable for adults and kids, and it's used for all kinds of hammocks, so you can use it with just about any hammock that you have. Now, going back to the Pinnacle 180, the Pinnacle 180 is a double hammock, so it's not a single where it's just for like a smaller area or something like that, but this one here is the double wide, so you can have more room to sleep in it. So let me move the camera here, and we'll go ahead and start setting it up. Alright, let me move the camera over here out of the way real quick. And let's see, I think I'll set it up right there. Alright, let me get the straps out of it. And so what I'm going to do is I just pull the little deal there, open the end, take the little straps out, and what I do is I dangle the little carabiner out of it, and then pull it closed. Then I'll take the other one out the other end. And I'll dangle the carabiner out of it. Set that down for a minute. Alright, let me get the straps on the tree. That's that one on that one. know I'm going to have to wrap this in a couple of times, so give me a second. Alright, so by leaving the carabiner hanging out one end of it, let's pull this one loose, open it up, and then I don't have to worry about pulling the whole hammock out of it because it won't come out because it'll hold it and keep it from going all the way through. So just pull one end of it out. Alright, that one's attached there. Grab this over here. What I like to do is I'll take the bag, I'll put it back down here on this end where I know where the head end is. Cinch it back up. And that lets me know the zippers are down here on this end of it. Alright, so as you can see, this one here already has the bug net attached to it. It's already set up so you don't have to worry about like pulling the net up and trying to set it all up and that kind of stuff. Now what's really cool about this one on the Pinnacle 180, the changes that they made to this was really cool. I don't know if it's going to focus on it or not, but this here is actually a metal cable. It's stronger than the paracord. So this in here, they say will hold over 300 pounds in it. I wouldn't like try to put over 300 pounds in this. Just safety reasons. I don't, it just depends on how high you want the hammock up. Some people say they like it set up about 18 inches above the ground. Some say 24. I like to hang mine kind of high because once you set in it, it stretches a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take and I'll set in it, let it stretch the cable, the straps, and so that way if they do slide or whatever, then I'll know exactly how high I need to keep the hammock or whatever. But right now I'm about 24 inches off the ground right now as I sit, so it's not too bad. It's about right where it should be, and it already comes with the no-seam bug net, which is, this bug net here is different than the one from the Half Moon series. The Half Moon has a no-seam bug net, but the bug net in that one, the holes are a little bit bigger than these here. These here are a lot smaller. Also with this one, it has the same thing as the Half Moon with the sliding pocket on the ridge line. So it's got a pocket for your cell phone right here, and then it's got a pocket for all your keys and wallet and all that kind of stuff you can put in here. So very, very cool. This one here is also a lay flat hammock as well. So you lay at a diagonal inside of it, so your head can be here and then your feet down here. And if you lay kind of diagonal in the hammock, you get a completely flat lay in it. Like I said, I've had this one for about 7 or 8 years, and this one here I've had 0 issues out of. My Half Moon one, I had a couple of issues with it where it was tearing at the seams on the end of the hammocks on both sides. I had the ridge line snap on it twice. So I sent it back in 2 or 3 times to have them repair it, and it still was never the same. So I bought the Pinnacle 180, and the 180, the difference between the 180 and the 360, the only difference is the zippers. The 180 only zips on one side. The 360 has zippers on both sides. Now the net on this one is not completely removable. You just zip it to a certain point, and then you just kind of stuff it in a little stuff sack. You don't have to re-zip it back to the hammock or anything like that. You just unzip it to a certain portion, and then it just kind of wads up and goes into a little sack on the end down there. So, great little hammock. Absolutely love the thing. I've had, like I said, 0 issues out of it. This is the one that I camp with all the time, and it's the one that I use every time I go camping. I don't camp in a tent anymore on the ground. I just strictly use this here. The only time I use a tent, if I'm going to camp on the ground, is if there's no place for trees, like say out in the West Texas desert or something like that, where there's no trees. Then I'll set up the tent or something like that. But as long as I have trees around, I can pretty much set this thing up anywhere. So, and this is what I normally use all the time. Let me get the underquilt for you real quick. So again, this is the underquilt. It's made by the One Tigress, One Tigress camping gear. You can find them online. They have a lot of different stuff. They've got tents, they've got hammocks, they've got underquilts, they've got tarps, you name it. One Tigress has a lot of really cool stuff on their site. I bought the One Tigress one because it was a review that I saw online from YouTube. So I wanted to try it out and see how it went. The very first one I bought was a single, and it didn't fit this one. I tried to use it, didn't realize it was too small, and found out that you have to buy a double wide underquilt for a double wide hammock, not a single wide for a double wide. So found that mistake out just by trial and error. So it's something that you'll need to be aware of. So if you order a double wide hammock, then you need the double wide underquilt to go with it. If you order a single wide, then you can use a double wide or a single wide with it. So just be aware. I made that mistake, didn't realize it at the time, but learned my lesson. So now I've got the double wide, and I've used this. I've had this down into about minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit with this and my sleep system, which I have a military sleep system that I use. It's military issued, and it goes down to, I think they said minus 40, and I've had it down to minus 20. So a really nice sleeping bag. It comes with the summer bag, the winter bag, and the bivy, and that'll get you down to about minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's somewhere around, could be minus 30 C, not quite sure on that. Could be a little more, a little less, I don't remember. But when it gets down in the minuses like that, it's somewhere in there it gets about the same. So anyway, let me pull the underquilt off here, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all set up with the hammock. So it's got a little cross thing that goes across, and it keeps the hammock from being pulled out of the deal. So you have to loosen the sides of it, pull your cross straps, and then you can pull the underquilt out. So let me do that now, and I'll get it set up here real quick. You just pull it out of its stuff sack. There we go. Set that right over there. Now it comes with these little itty bitty little carabiners, and it didn't work for me, so I got the bigger carabiners. And it comes with this little like stretchy bungee stuff on both ends of it. Because it didn't work for me, I had to find a way to make it fit the hammock. And the only way I could do that was by getting the bigger carabiner. So what I do is I come right up here where the hammock attaches. I'll show you here real quick. So all I do is I hook the underquilt there on the strap for the hammock, and then I'll stretch it out. I'll show you how I hook it up here. Alright, so all I do is just kind of wrap it around the hammock, both sides, like so. And you come over here and attach it to this strap right here. And just like that, you got your underquilt on your hammock. Pretty easy setup. Now, with this one here, it will keep you extremely warm. So when you go to sit down in your hammock, be careful. You don't want to like sit on top of the top of this ridge section here. Be sure that you pull your hammock out of it and then like kind of slide it into the hammock, because you don't want to like end up like ripping it or whatever. So get in it real quick here. There we go. Take off my shoes. Alright, now I'm in it, I'm laid at a diagonal, and I'm laying completely flat. If I don't have it high enough over here on this side, just pull it up a little bit. And there you go. So that's how I do my setup, and that's how I sleep during the winter. I'll have either a sleeping bag in here, or I'll sleep with just a regular wool blanket. And that's the Pinnacle 180. And like I said, I've had no issues out of this hammock at all. Like none. And this is the only hammock that I take. I mean, I take all my other hammocks with me. I do a lot of testing and stuff like that. I'll buy extra hammocks just to take and test and check out and stuff like that. So anyway, that's the Pinnacle 180 with the one Tigress underquilt underneath it. And I've had this down to -20, and it is perfectly comfortable. But you need a super good sleeping bag to do that. So also you'll need some kind of like a head cover, like a beanie or a toque or something like that, maybe, you know, when you're sleeping, because your head will sometimes be out of your sleeping bag unless you've got your head covered some way. But there you go. That's the Pinnacle 180 from ROG Outdoor Gear. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll find maybe y'all can use this, and it's fairly inexpensive. It's only about $60 right now on sale. Like I said, it comes with the two straps, the two carabiners, and the hammock itself, and it has the metal cable instead of the paracord. So very enjoyable. You'll get a great night's sleep in it once you're used to it. So anyway guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, this is the Pinnacle 180 and the one Tigress underquilt. I've been Red Fox with Red Fox Outdoors, and until next time guys, have a good day. Bye guys.